Hey everyone, welcome to week one of talking about our brand new series, The Great Divide. I hope that this past weekend's service was meaningful to you. I hope that it was encouraging to you. This is an incredible opportunity, not just for us individually, not just for us collectively, but it's an incredible opportunity for us to engage friends, co-workers, neighbors, family members who we care about, who we want to be a part of this. We're engaging big questions. We're engaging what might feel like some tough questions. How do we trust God in the face of suffering? How do we trust the Bible? How trustworthy is it? How authoritative is it? What about Christianity being the only way? Is that too exclusive? And how do we answer questions about hell? What's the right way to think about hell? Is hell like a literal place? Is it just figured? I mean, really, what is that? We're going to engage the big questions that a lot of people wrestle with. And we're going to engage some of the questions that sometimes keep people from being able to trust in Jesus. And so this is my invitation to you. Would you begin to think about and pray for those people who you want to bring with you? And it's a great opportunity to say, hey, my pastor's going to be talking about these things. My church is going to be talking about big questions and responding to those. I'd love for you to come, and I'd love to hear what you think. I'd love to know what the experience is like for you. Now, as we are going through the series, one of the resources that we're using is Tim Keller's book, The Reason for God. If you haven't picked up that book, you can get it in the lobby or in our bookstore. It's a fantastic resource, and I think that you'll really enjoy reading it. And it really engages these topics in a way that's incredibly intelligent and also very accessible. I think it'll be a great resource for you, so be sure to check that out. Now, today, what we're talking about is doubt. Do you have doubts? Some of you guys might be thinking right now, Rick, I got some doubts about that sweater. Hey, my wife likes the sweater. It's cool for men to wear pink. Now, but what we're talking about is doubt related to our faith, doubt related to things that we experience. And as we dove into Matthew chapter 11, we saw that John the Baptist, he had the trifecta of doubt. He had unwanted experiences, he had unmet expectations, and he was unable to explain exactly what was going on. And really, that's what doubt is. Doubt's not a rejection of truth, or it's not a rejection of truth claims. A doubt is most often an inability to explain or reconcile truth claims. Hey, this claims to be true and this claims to be true. I don't yet know how to bring those two things together and reconcile them, and I could use some help. Or here's something that I believe to be true, I've always held to be true, but I've had this experience, and I don't know how to bring those things together. I don't know how to reconcile them, and I could use some help. Our church should be helpful. Your group should be helpful because we're really following Jesus, and we're following the way of Jesus. And the way that Jesus responded to John the Baptist is absolutely astounding to me. It's incredibly beautiful. If you remember the last week of our 1 Thessalonians series, we talked about the beautiful good. Jesus is a stunning picture of the beautiful good and how he was kind, patient, and honoring of John the Baptist, even when John the Baptist was not just locked in a prison cell, but locked in a moment of doubt. And the same way that Jesus was with John is the exact same way that he is with you and with me. And it's the exact same way that we can be and we should be with others. Our key verse, I'd love for you to memorize it. Our key verse throughout this series is 1 Peter 3:15. We're going to revere Christ as Lord in our hearts. We're always going to be ready to give an answer, to give an explanation, to talk about the reasons for the hope that we have. And we're going to do it with gentleness and respect. Before we begin talking about, hey, are you ready to give an answer, and are you ready to be gentle and respectful to other people? I just want to ask, when you have doubts, when you have questions that you don't know what the answer is yet, when there are things that you're incredibly curious about, are you gentle and respectful with yourself? And please hear me on this. I'm not one of those guys that say, hey, before you love other people, you got to be able to love yourself. That's not what I'm talking about. Really, what I'm talking about is authenticity. What I'm talking about is integrity. It might be possible to be gentle and respectful to other people when we're not that way to ourselves. But in my experience, it is monumentally difficult. It is practically impossible. Why would we be gentle and respectful with other people if we're not also gentle and respectful with ourselves and how we process doubt? I want you to know this. Jesus loves you. He is patient with you. And he is a promise keeper for you. And as you're on this journey of navigating the questions you have, the curiosity you have, and sometimes experiencing doubt, I want you to know that it is safe to come to him with all of that. And it should be safe for us to be vulnerable and share that with each other, because Jesus is a rock and our faith is a mountain, and it can handle the weight of our question and doubt. And there is freedom, and there is joy, and there is new life found in truth. And so we should not run from doubt, but we should feel confident to walk through it. And we get to do that together in this series, and you get to do that together in your group. I'm excited. I hope you are too. I'll see you next week.